Can a beginner really learn robotics when starting at a young age? In this video, we present a real and transparent discussion between a student, mentor, and guardian, focused on understanding how robotics and embedded systems should be approached by beginners. This conversation highlights what learning robotics truly requires at the foundational level, the importance of fundamentals before jumping into coding or hardware, how parent-guardian involvement helps set the right learning expectations, how AS Techies Academy guides beginners with clarity and structure. This video is not meant for judgment or comparison. It is created to bring learning awareness for students and parents who are exploring robotics and embedded systems education. If you are a parent considering robotics courses for your child, or a beginner curious about where and how to start, this discussion will give you valuable insight into what really matters at the beginning of the journey.
Hello, my name is Rudraksh Purohit. I am a class 8 student with a keen interest in technology, programming, and robotics. I enjoy building practical projects using C++, Python, and robotics, which can help us in our day-to-day life or others people day-to-day life, which solves their daily problems. I believe in learning through hand-on experimentation, and I'm constantly working to improve my skills beyond the school curriculum and to aim to create meaningful technologies in the future.
So, if I talk about our academy, that is AS Academy Tech, I have also shared a brochure with you, right?
Yes, I don't think so, ma'am. Let me check.
I have shared on the mail.
Yes,
In the
yes, yes,
first communication, I have shared
yes,
that.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me share the screen first, so we can discuss how the things are projecting. Mm, Entire screen. So is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So let's talk about the main agenda first. First, I'll tell what's there in the brochure, because I think that what you have learned and what we have is something that is little different. Because here, my main perspective and main agenda of this academy is to teach everything with basics. Okay, because most of the time what happens, either it's a school going student or a college student, what happens, they are mostly technology driven. They don't know what's inside it, and it hampers them in future, like when they are debugging circuits, or they want to control an embedded device from the basic level, so they fail at that point. So to just overpower that, we have designed this course. So the founder of our academy is Mr. Sagar. He's the one who have oriented this idea, because he's from automotive department, and I'm the one who is handling everything from robotics tutoring to designing of the course, because I'm the one who is expert in this embedded field, and I've been in the R&D department since 4 years now, and in my graduation also I've done 5 internships in the embedded domain itself. So approximately I have a total experience of around 8 to 9 years in total. And in my BTech also, I was one of the tutors. I have also tutored 9 years students from Australia, like basics of Arduino. And there are multiple students that I have handled in the umbrella of Neurapsis Technologies, where there I have done some internships. So, if I talk about the first course that I proposed to you, that was Arduino Basics and Robotics. This part is readable to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So, if I talk about this course, there are three stages of this course. The course one, that is totally Arduino Basics and Robotics. Here you can read this section. Yeah. First is Arduino Basics and Robotics. It totally covers in 45 hours, and it is mostly designed for age group plus 12. And then the AVR bare metal embedded programming. This is something that is engineering level. You will dive inside the embedded device. Now you have connected the peripherals, you know how they operates, but you don't know the functionality. That's a little gap. But once that is filled, we'll go inside the pins as well. Like if I talk about a digital pin, there are some registers. Registers are the storage memory that handles that pin's configurations and the working. So, in the second course, the AVR bare metal engineering program, sorry, embedded program, we learn the internals of a embedded device. We take an example of we take an example of Arduino Uno, in which we have a microcontroller, that is AVR based microcontroller. AVR is a kind of architecture on which most of the like some of the embedded microcontrollers have been made. There are multiple kinds of architectures. You will learn them in future, like AVR, ARM architecture, like one of that you can see in your laptops also, Intel. They are also provided that they use some kind of architecture and they work according to that. So architectural is universal blueprint on which microcontrollers are built. Okay, so do you know what difference between microcontroller processors?
Mm, uh, no, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, there is a component on Arduino Uno that is Atmaga 328P, that is a microcontroller on which everything is designed, because that is kind of a brain. Microcontroller is nothing but a brain of your mini computer or your programmable board. In laptops you have a huge system that do multitasking, so it have a strong processor. But for for small works, for dedicated task, you need precise and compact devices, because you have to fit those devices into some other system. Like in robotics, you have if you have a humanoid robot, there will be a some particular chip that will be dedicated for a particular task. So for that we need concisement. We will require a small memory size, we will require a particular amount of processing power. So all these constraints are being calculated, and then a embedded devices is being created. So after that creation, after we have that hardware, are us the embedded software engineers have the ability, or we have the task, to make a program in such a manner that it will fit the embedded device and with all the constraints of the power, memory and all. Got my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So in that case, to concise our coding, like to make our coding very compatible with the embedded devices and all, we have to learn this. What is this? Wait. Hmm. We have to learn this AVR bare metal embedded programming. In this bare metal, it is also known as low level programming. What we do with Arduino at the first stage is the application layer programming. Once you will learn, like we will deep dive into things, you will learn how, what are the different layers of the programming structure, what are different layers that are handling the communication between the layers. Because even if you are on the top layer and there'll be a bottom layer, there should be some mediator that will communicate between these two. So all of these things we'll understand during the first course, that is Arduino Basics and Robotics. In this first course, the main agenda is to give you a full flow, like how things actually work. Okay. And then the third combination that we have is a full package of this course where you will learn the embedded systems scratch from the robotics starting, like your application layer programming that I just taught you, and till the AVR bare metal programming, that is low level programming. So that will be a 90 hours course. This will be the combination of your 45 hours. So this is how I have planned it and designed it. So if we talk about our first course, that is Arduino Basics in Robotics, what you have already learned is good enough. It's not like you are being behind or you don't know anything. But there is some kind of little bit, what we can say, lack of depth. So for that depth, we have to cover some of these things. I have more topics that are being, like, I have more projects other than these 12 that you can also cover. But first, you should be eligible to conquer these projects. So if a student is able to conquer these, we can move to the next 10 projects that we already have. Okay. So the first course that I proposed to you, we have 12 projects in this. We have two major projects and 10 minor projects in this. Our module 1 covers the basics. In this, LED blinking patterns, traffic light simulation, light control fan from LDR. You have already done a street light, I guess. And obstacle detection. In this obstacle detection, this is a mini project. In this, you will understand the programming style. Okay, can you tell me the difference between analog write and digital write?
Analog write has a varied pin. As I told you, using analog, uh, we generally use them to take input from sensors, and they are not 0 to 1. There is a range, I think, from 0 to 1024.
Mm-hmm.
And for digital, there are only 0 and 1. That's on and off. We cannot vary that range without PW.
Correct. If you're talking about analog read, it's totally correct. But if I talk about analog write, we use this. We use this in PWM, because PWM is something that we are mimicking analog behavior over digital pin. That is PWM, pulse width modulation. I'll explain you that in depth with some graphics in future, but for now you can say it as PWM is something you are mimicking analog behavior of a particular range on your digital 0 to 1 ratio. That's how you control the voltage that you said in the beginning, that we can control the voltage level that has to be sent to the motor or any particular controlling devices, so that it can be varied according to our requirement, right? So for that, we are using PWM signals. So this PWM fan speed control, our main agenda of this is to teach you how PWM actually works. If you fulfill this in one session, I'll definitely give you other project other than this project. So it's totally depends on your pace and the grasping power. So then after these five projects, this obstacle avoidance was for your ultrasonic sensor and IR sensor. You know the basics, you know how things works. I just have to introduce you to the depth part. That's it. Then we'll move forward. Okay. So then after I talk about these five projects, we have one major project. It will be a stepping stone for you, where you can integrate your multiple learnings into a major project, that is full autonomous bot with IR sensor, motor drivers, chases and logic. Basically it will be a car.
I have already made it with IR sensor. I think four IR sensors and two ultrasonic sensors.
Okay,
But
so
I didn't use the motor driver. I insteadly connected the motors directly to the RD.
okay, but we'll use motor driver in this. L29 3D is the motor driver we use mostly, because what happens if you don't use motor drivers, there is a chance that motor will burn out. Motor drivers provide them a stable voltage level. That's why basics of electronics is little bit important here, because what you are saying is integration, but safety and precaution is something that we have to consider. So motor drivers will be necessary. And I think you have not also used the this one. You have not used the LCD screens or the keypads. Have
Mm,
you?
I had used LCD screen with uh, I cannot remember the name. I'll tell you the project. I used that in automatic plant watering system.
Mhm.
But I just
Uh, okay, so in the automatic plant watering system, what was the purpose of the keypad?
not keypad. I used LCD that was used for that I can display results that what is the level of humidity in the soil.
Okay, okay, I understand. So you were taking an analog input and trying to display on the screen. Okay, so
I2C I used with
that
LCD.
that is the communication protocol that I've used
Yes.
that you have used with the. So can you tell me what is I2C?
I don't know really about it. I have just the hardware part knowledge about LCD and not the coding yet.
Okay, okay, totally fine. So yeah, so that what I was talking about, filling the gaps. So we will also learn the protocols as well because what happens, you are good enough to understand all these things. Protocols are something that will be a plus to you for now, because once you will understand this, it will be easy for you to do AVR bare metal low level programming. Because what happens when you are interacting with the hardware level directly without any libraries or extensions, you have to program that directly. So it is understand to like it is important to understand all the protocols as well. So that happens. Okay, so this major project one, I think it will be a little bit learnable to you. You will learn more things like drivers. You will learn how to power manage things. Power management will be there. Voltage regulation will be there. So instead of fire, we'll use ultrasonic. And if you want, we can make it more complex. Okay. It's up to you. It's basically major project is something. I'll give you a small guideline like this line, like full autonomous bot. But what's your responsibility? Your responsibility is to give me ideas. Okay, ma'am, out of this learning, we can implement this. So it's a kind of mini test on your learnings. Okay. So after this project, we comes to a model two. Model two. So in this module, we work on the robotics applications mostly. First, we learn the basics, and now we are moving towards the application slowly. So we have firstly the obstacle avoidance robot. We can replace it with multiple ideas. That this is just a structure. After that, we have smart door lock system, in which you will use the keypad and the servo logics. Then the basic home automation. In this, we will not use the ESP32. We'll try to integrate the Wi-Fi module itself with Arduino. It is challenging. It is a little bit challenging. It's not like your normal ESP32 board. Have you ever worked with ESP32 or ESP8266 Wi-Fi node MCU?
Ma'am, not yet. I'm
Okay.
planning to.
Okay. So basically, ESP32 or node MCU is a IoT device. It have integrated Wi-Fi chip over there. We can directly communicate with it over internet. So that is something that we won't do right now. We'll take a Arduino Uno, we'll take a Wi-Fi module, and we'll integrate it for the basic home automation setup. In fact, we will also implement the Bluetooth one in this as well, because you can control your nearest electronic devices with the Bluetooth module also. So we will have two technologies over here: the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi. And then we have the smart Guardian auto watering system that you have also worked with. But here we will fill the gaps first. Like, what's your understanding? How you can do it? Okay. And then the IoT room monitoring system using ESP8266. This is just an idea how IoT works. It's not like I'll explain you the full-fledged ESP8266 node MCU board. It's just an introduction to a new programmable board. Like Arduino Uno, there's one new programmable board. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt till this?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And the last major project that I have designed, actually, it's a bit personalized. So it's pet health monitoring system. So, and like in your fit bands, you have seen there are multiple health checkup systems that you can use, like oxygen levels, oxygen levels, BP, and all. And your even your step counts is also there. So I want to design it for pets. So we will take the idea of Fitband and we'll try to implement it in a new project, that is pet health monitoring system. We'll use Arduino Uno with this. I think you have not worked with this.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, this is a full course. That this is course number one. I have some major projects. Sorry, some more projects with me. Those are 12 projects that you can do if you complete this. Or if you are not interested to these 12 projects. Give me a minute. Okay, is this visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, firstly, not to give you a sudden shock, we have integrated some simple projects first, like interactive control panels, where there'll be keypad, LCD, and LEDs, where you can integrate them. Here, you will learn how IO mappings happen, that you have also learned with sensors, like sensors to digital, how you can do that. So, IO mapping will be there. Then, digital scanning will be there, how your keypad input is being taken, and with the LCD screen you can see how the things are being displayed. You already have done some of these things, but it is integrated so that you don't get a sudden shock like what are we doing. Then we'll understand the analog sensor dashboard, how ADCs actually work, what is inside the ADC. ADC is analog digital converter. So how this converter works, and with the analog sensor that you have done the humidity one, you take the analog value and display it on the sensor. So here you will learn how the sampling is done, real world units will use. So this is a we can say life project that is already going on in your surroundings. Then the third is PWM based output controller. This is we have kept same because as I was expecting, PWM is something that you have not worked with, and some basic gaps are there, so we can cover that. The fourth project, the menu driven embedded system. So basically here's a function that is finite state machine. What happens when you are handling multiple tasks, like in for example your traffic light, there are three LEDs: red, orange, and green, right? And there are four different signals on a circle. So what happens, you have to tackle four different LED panels with three different LEDs, right? So it is a multiple steps. it is getting complex, right? So there is a phenomena known as finite state machine. So state means a condition. So we finite the state. Finite means a fixed number. Finite state machine. We have four panels, four finite stages, and our machine will operate as per our choice. So finite state machine will have four panels, like four states, and the machine will switch between the steps. Is there anything that you're not getting?
No, ma'am, I'm getting on this.
No problem with this?
No problem.
Okay, because we are getting deep inside the technology, so I was a little concerned about. Then we have menu navigation. Obviously, if we have four machines, four states that we have to deal with, we need a navigation. How the machine will know how which machine have to be operated first. Here, machine means function. Okay, so which task or function has to be operated first, which will be understood by the menu navigating. Then input handling. If there is some, I took example of LED light, sorry, traffic light, but there are input handling as well. Suppose if there is some other case in which a user input is required. Suppose if you are in eighth standard, right? There must be four to five divisions in your class, right? So firstly, there is a particular class, that eight, and then there are five subjects, five classes, right? So in that, the student have to decide, right? He is in which classroom, he have to go in which classroom. So that is an input. So with such inputs, you will understand how the input handling will be taken care of. Okay, so when we come to the fifth project, that is inside the microcontroller, the main agenda of this is to make you understand what is timing without delay. Have you ever heard about this?
Yes, ma'am, I have used delays.
No, no. Handling microcontroller without delays.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So there is directly of a controlling point, that is millisec. With the help of that, you can delete the function of delay. You do not require delay at all. Okay. So there are some drawbacks with the delay as well, because what happens when you use delay, your full functions get stopped. It won't go further. But what happens when you are doing multitasking? There'll be something that will stop, but other has to be run, right? So you cannot stop the full firmware or full program. So to stop this or avoid this kind of complexity, we don't use delay. Instead of that, we use some other functions. So this is one more type how you can use timers. Okay, so after these five projects, we have one major project, that that is smart control console. In this, you will integrate everything and you will give me idea what we can do. It is just a sketch. Okay, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Can I move forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if I talk about this module 2, that is engineering thinking, we'll go little depth. So, here with the seventh project, we will introduce you with the event driven input system. Here are some interrupts. You will get to know some more technical words. Interrupt is something. What do you understand by this word first?
Ma'am, the program is going on and we give some input to the program and it stops in the between
Okay.
without continuing the functions.
Okay. If it stops, what will do? It will do.
If we have programmed something else after the interrupt, it will proceed to that. Or if we have not programmed, it will just stop.
Mm. You are remembering it with the if else loop, right?
Yes, somewhat like that.
Hmm. Okay, so if I talk about interrupt, interrupt is not like your if else. It is something like if else, but it is not if else. Okay, so if I talk about interrupt, there is a possibility. Suppose what will happen, our class is going on. We are having a session. We are having a virtual meeting. Suddenly, our internet goes off. What happens in the next step?
Everything freezes, and just after that, the call is cut and no internet screens comes.
Exactly. So first, what happened when the Wi-Fi turned off? A interrupt triggered a unnecessary or unexpected process happened. Okay. So to handle that, what happened? First, everything freezed. This freeze was lack of Wi-Fi. That was not an interrupt. When the program understood that nothing is moving, everything is freezed, there is some problem, then it will check in the logs what is happening, what is behind me. So that is priority of interrupt. It'll check what happened. It checked Wi-Fi is not working. So it'll give you a signal and the screen will appear. You're lost or your connection is lost. And a buffer will move. So it is a kind of interrupt handling because this platform don't have a feasibility to reconnect the internet. So it will ask you to do the internet connection. So it was the Google Meets type of interrupt handling. Okay. Yeah, but in embedded, we can do the interrupt handling by pre-coding itself. So instead of warning someone, we can warn them through notifications, interrupts. Like we can send the notifications of the interrupts, but there is some internal handling as well. So, for example, a voltage regulator is not functioning properly, so it can adjust the values forcefully. So this is how the interrupt handling is done. So there is some particular sequencing in which we do that. So for this, we have ISR basics. That is interrupt service. Uh, I forgot the R. Interrupt service routine. Yes, interrupt service routine. So when an interrupt happens, what will be the routine the software will follow? That is interrupt service routine. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If I talk about the eighth project, that is closed loop output system. This is the same sensor input PWM functioning that we discussed earlier. Then we have this embedded data logger. So basically, we have some memory inside the Arduino Uno or any programmable board that is EEPROM. It is kind of ROM memory. You know ROM RAM?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. So it is electrical impulse programmable ROM. Have you
No,
heard about this?
no, ma'am.
Okay, so basically, it's a type of ROM. In short, I can tell you electrical impulse. Like with the help of electrical impulse, you can reprogram the read only memory. Mostly what happens if you write a ROM once, you cannot rewrite it. Like, but with this EEPROM facility, what happened? Our computer engineers were so intelligent, they just erased everything with the help of electrical impulse and then rewrite the ROM memory. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
And our SD card is one of the example for this. Either we can use the EEPROM inside our system, or we can use the SD card, which is rewritable. It's not electrical impulse ROM, but it is a storage device that is rewritable. So we can use that. So you will learn how we can write things or store things in this with this 10th project. And with this last and minor project of us, system debugging in improvement sprint. In this, you will understand how we can debug complex things. Because as you can see, this is something that is designed for engineering level, right? So there are multiple tasks running over the systems. So even we have multiple small tasks running, we need multiple handling as well, so that if I can isolate at least one function and other are working properly, something like that. And in fact, suppose if there are five different functions or five different files inside your systems, and suddenly your software stopped running, so how you will debug that? It will be complicated to run to see or thoroughly check every code, right? So for that, debugging mindset or debugging tools are necessary. So how we'll optimize that, how we'll debug that, that all we'll do. And in the last final major project, we can have a mini automation control like a PLC style logic. Do you know what is PLC?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so basically, when we look into the industries, there are different major companies that are working automatically, right? And people are monitoring them from a distance. They are operating the whole setup or whole plant from a remote area. They don't even go to the direct place. And suppose if for example, there is a poisonous gas in your lab, you cannot wait for a person to go and operate that, right? What will happen? The poisonous gas will be sensed by any sensor, gas sensor, and the exhaust fan or ejaculation methods will be operated as soon as they get that, right? So for that, we have some programmable logic control devices. These are also embedded devices, but these are used in industries. So they have some industrial standards. Like they are robust, they cannot be destroyed easily, because what happens, mostly embedded devices are a bit sensitive, they get heated up soon. And in fact, you must have heard in some past years there were multiple phones they were burning. Your Android phones were burning out because of heat only. In fact, in EV vehicles also this was happening. Like they were getting fires. So the PLC, or the programmable logic control, is a system that is designed for industrial grades, which can handle these robust conditions. Like high temperature, they won't get destroyed very easily. So these kind of systems are PLCs. Basically, it's a programmable device, but in an industrial grade. All good here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So this will be our last project. We will make a PLC sort of device out of this. We'll see how the control logics will work there. Because in PLCs also we have a small microcontroller only. Okay. So this is about the course one. I have two versions of course one for you. One the basic one, one's this advanced one. Okay. But we'll only move to this advanced project if you are comfortable with the first projects. Clear? Okay. And then we have our main engineering section, that is AVR bare metal programming. And this also we have some courses. We have some projects. Same pattern, 10 mini projects, 2 major projects. Everything you learned in the basics, we will learn in the advanced version here. You can read it out. Ask any questions if you have.
This is just the advanced version of what we have learned before. Going
Exactly.
into the depth of that.
Exactly. That will be inside your pins. Here you won't have the analog, digital, PWM pin. There will be no label like that. All will be GPIO pin. That will be general purpose input output pin. You will be the one programming, like which pin have to be, like which pin have to function which method. Either the pin will be
Customizable
analog.
ID.
Basically, you will be optimizing everything. So here you will understand the memory mapping, resistors, how the resistors have to be controlled, what are different kind of resistors, what is microcontroller, what is its architecture. It's totally depth. If you will learn this, you can even make your own customized device. So it's for advanced engineering grade only. Mostly, if someone is comfortable with this above course, he can jump into this. Okay, and then the fully fledged course three. That is combination of these two courses. We have this. Is it visible properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have full combination, total 20 projects, four major projects, 20 mini projects, four major projects. Totally combination, nothing else. Nothing to think anything other than that. But the duration is doubled because both the course has been included. So that's all we have. So do you have any doubts, any concerns?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And what is your thinking about this course?
I'm thinking about the combo one only, as we can learn from the basic to the advanced level. That
Mm-hmm.
that will help me out in afterwards.
Definitely, it will help you. And being in eighth grade, I'm very honest and I'll be blunt here. It'll be full-fledged engineering course for you, and you can even design your own product after this. Not major projects, but yeah, small one you can design. You can customize things as per your need. Because what if you have seen Arduino Uno? Have you seen the hardwares, or is the simulation only?
No, ma'am. Hardwares also.
Hardwares.
I didn't work with simulations. I only worked with hardwares.
Okay. So do you have the hardware kits?
I don't have a really particular kit, but some of the components I used in the school, and some of the components I buy to make my own projects.
At least you have the Arduino Uno.
Yes, ma'am. I have that.
Okay. So in this teaching environment, I'll teach you first with the simulation because I don't have access to teach you there with the hardware. So for the interaction, we'll work with the simulation first, like
Yes.
Tinkercad software.
Okay. Ma'am,
And
Tinkercad doesn't have those Bluetooths and all.
yeah,
I
yeah.
previously worked with Tinkercad also for about 2 months, but
Hmm.
I didn't find all the components there, so I switched to the hardware.
True, we don't have a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module over there, but for simulation part, for the telling you how the connection has to be done, we have one more software. That is not a tool, that is a software, that is Proteus. That is an engineering tool that we use to design a circuit diagram. So I'll teach you there, then I'll ask you to make that circuit properly there at your place, and you can flash the same program that we will code together. Feasible?
So all the components which are needed for this, I'll have to buy those.
Even I have the kit, I can give you.
It will be better if you give me the kit.
We have the kit as well, don't worry.
It
It's
will
up.
be better if you give me the kit.
Yeah, we have everything on the website. I'll tell you, don't worry. Basically, I know how things work, and to be honest, when I was not younger than like you, but when I was around 19 or 20, I was quite curious about all this, and I've started working since then. So yeah.
24 hours later.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Very good evening.
How are you, sir?
Fine.
Yeah. So, sir, as Rudraksh must have already told you, we had a session yesterday regarding the robotics and Arduino.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to take your opinion and do the further discussion, like how we can proceed.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So, you must have received the customized brochure that I've created for Rudraksh.
Yeah.
So, is there any doubt or any concern related to that we can discuss?
Then the time period of this program will be
90 hours.
90 hours, and the
Yes.
days taken will be
Sir, it totally
approximately 4 months.
depends. No, no, it totally is structured around the hours only. It's like when Rudraksh will cover 90 hours, the course will get completed. Either
It
he take 1 month or 6 months. It's up to him.
is up to him.
Yes.
So it will not affect his examination and other academic sessions.
No, never.
He
It
can
is.
manage the time with as and when he have this opportunity to join you.
Yes, yes, definitely. Because I'm also a working professional. I have been with students since my BTech. So, yes, I can understand that they do have some other curriculums as well as exams, then unit test and all. So, it hampers these things. So, I have designed it in such a manner that student can be on their own pace. Sometimes what happens, student have different kind of grasping power as well. So, we have designed the course according to that also. So like a project is something that is designed to be completed in 2 sessions. Each session could be of 1.5 to 2 hours. So it depends on the student how he will grasp everything.
And total 90 classes will be there.
So
Right.
90 hours will be there. The number of classes will be dependent on the hours of each class.
Exactly.
Yes. So if he's taking a 2 hours class in a one day, then there will be 45 classes.
Exactly. I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the course you have elaborated in that brochure,
Hmm.
will it be covered out?
Yes, sir. It will be covered.
It depend on him.
No, actually, first I have shown the basic brochure to Rudraksh that he was quite comfortable with. So I am quite confident that he will cover those topics that I have mentioned.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so these topics, the course chapter 1 topics, are little bit advanced as per the age group of 14, but those projects are compatible with Rudraksh.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has gone out through some two programs.
Yes,
One
yes,
with
I had.
Avishkar and another with institutes.
Mhm,
Yeah, another intelligent fellows.
mhm,
And he has completed and he is having the kits
mhm.
related to these all these things. And
Yes.
after adding this 5,000 kit, will
Mhm.
he be comfortable to complete your all programs or all practical exercise?
Yes, sir, definitely he'll be able to cover that.
And now let me know that after completion of this program, what will he get to confirm that he has get something? Simply the knowledge updation.
No, no, no. He'll get the certificate. There's a sample certificate attached in the brochure as well. That he is like he have been complete. He has completed this course of this much hours, and he have engineering grade course done with him. So he will get that certificate.
Then who will issue that certificate?
I'll be issuing that certificate with the signature of the founder.
No, no, what's sorry, never mind it. I would like to know what's the validity of the certificate is. Is there any slogan, any क्या कहते हैं उसको लगा रहता है
Logo.
any logo or anything like that? The one says that he has done with the Avishkar. They have given the certificate which contained the logo of stamp.
Yes,
It
we
slightly have a value of it.
correct.
So I would like to know what type of certificate will he get after completion with you.
After getting a completion from us, he'll get a certification from our company only, that is AS Techies Academy. We have today only launched the new name of our company that was being processed from since a few months, and we are Udyam registered company right now.
Okay, I get that.
Yes.
I got now. Now I understand.
As a guardian, you should be like aware that there is no misleading for the child and something
No,
like that.
no, he is intelligent enough. He
Yes,
understands
he
the
is
course.
definitely very
He
intelligent.
understands the course, and he is keen to do these things. Irrespective of what he will get out of it, I don't know. But he will learn something which he want to learn. And
Yes,
if he
sir.
is very keen to learn with you, then
Mhm.
I have no issue to pay that amount. I know simply that. He is very keen to understand. He is influenced with your course, which you have given him as a customize. He understands it. And he make me something better. Okay, these are the good for me, and I will do this, I will do this. So I understand him. And if he have such type of keen, I have no issue to the pay.
Definitely, sir. Actually, he is very talented. When
Yeah.
I got his first mail, I was like, okay, a 14-year kid want to learn all this. That is on engineering grade. So I was like, but little curious as well, like how he'll respond to the syllabus and all. But
Yeah.
yes, he grasped everything very quickly and very keenly yesterday.
Over to Rudraksh.
Oh, thank you so much, sir, for your time. So, as Rudraksh, we had a very interactive session yesterday. How was your experience with all the courses that I have mentioned, all the chapters that we will cover in future?
Ma'am, it was very good. I have researched well about all the classes, what they are giving, what they are not giving, but I did not find a fully customized course this deep that I can cover from basics to the advanced level.
Okay, that was a very fruitful feedback for us. Thank you, Rudraksh, for contacting. We'll be in touch.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Rudraksh. Thank you so much.